Jesus Christ. But it's also extremely dangerous. Good God. Wow, we disturbed the water now. Look at that. Oh my days. Hello folks, and welcome to another episode of Exploring the Forgotten. In this episode we start to explore a bit more of the sheds and around the inside of the buildings and talk a little bit about the history we know of what's going on in there. So yeah, be sure to watch part one if you've not already watched part one. Part one we kind of look at a lot of the outside areas around the sheds, the inclines, we talk a bit about that, talk a bit about everything that happens outside the sheds basically, and kind of like the overground stuff. Please like and subscribe, and yeah, watch part one please, thank you, and enjoy.
Must have been for the crane. Oh, it's just been put in there. It's a junction valve.
Right folks, we've made it up to, Adam's getting excited about this.
Yeah, it's obviously a T-piece, take some air supply off the main line. Because there was an air winch out here, Holman air winch on a tripod crane. So just seeing that in there, I thought, oh, that would have been a connection, but must have been just the rock drill in the wall here. Probably to do with holding the door shut.
Always finding bits and pieces, folks. We're not going to give the game away too much because we didn't really do a proper intro when at the end of the last video when we come into the Slate shed. So we're just taking refuge in the Slate shed. We just walked up the road, which we were talking about. I had to put the camera away, sorry, because it's just too wet. I wanted to film all the way up, walking up, because I thought it'd be really interesting. But it's just too wet. This camera's not designed to be in the rain. So, right, we'll pan you guys around, and we'll just do some talking about the outside here. Because when we did the original footage, we didn't really talk about it. We looked at a few things out here, and Adam will just give you the lowdown on one of these sheds.
So you got the sign right in the way here.
Yeah.
That's exactly where the building was. The ground's obviously lowered too, isn't it?
Let's just over there.
They've hit this with something. Look at that, the whole wall's been knocked. Stand here out the way of the wind. Look at that gap there. They used to make blocks on site as well. This has got a lot of slate in it, look. I think they had a block works over at Llachwedd.
You want to say what was going on here then?
Yes.
I don't know.
Are you videoing in?
Yeah, we're on.
Okay, so in front of the camera now, where the scrubs was growing, that used to be the Maenofferen Slate Quarry office. And obviously when Greaves bought the quarry in the, I think it's got to be the late 60s, 70s, this just turned into the site canteen. It survived up until 2003, where they took Slate off and obviously demolished it, so that's gone. But just in the foreground where we are now, there used to be a locomotive shed here on site for one of the Bagnalls that used to run here, the steam engines. It's obviously employed for shunting duties and taking the waste to the waste tip over the back, which they're removing now. If you go behind you, there's the famous stacking yard, which is in quite a lot of photographs of the site, with the ubiquitous Slate cubicle urinals there, just in front of the bottom of the building there to the right. Yeah. Just behind this was yellow, obviously waste Slate conveyor. Yeah, this is all modern stuff they put in here to get the Slate blocks in and out the pallets, save using forklift trucks. So obviously the hard standing we're on here, the concrete was obviously used for loading lorries up here to take the Slate down. Which, as we all know, this is the reason why the incline was put out of action, to get the road up here, and obviously that went. I remember the hauser on here for bringing the blocks out in the mill. Obviously it's gone, but this is a modern addition to the window, and obviously the door they put in the side here. What's interesting is in the doorway you can actually see a piece of these roof trusses they cut out to do this. colossal piece of Canadian pine, we were told. So, judging by they've cut this here to build this wall plate, obviously with a section of it, they've chopped out, there's a small piece of it here. I mean, that is an entirety piece of timber. So if you look at the size of that, that's come from Canada. And it would have travelled on the Festiniog Railway.
Oh my God.
And that would have, and that's just a section of it. So look at the size of them up there. Obviously built on site. The chippies up here would have done that. There is carpenter's marks on the timber work. But they've come from Canada, they've been loaded on a ship, brought to Porthmadog, loaded onto the Festiniog Railway, brought up to Blaenau, and then negotiated 2 inclines at that length to be brought to this mill. And this is just one of, I think there's about 48 of these trusses in this whole mill.
Is that the mid-1800s as well?
Yeah, you think about it.
It's crazy.
Could you see people doing that today? They'd use a helicopter, wouldn't they? Let's get Chinook and bring a load of them up here. Or it'd be a steel portal frame building, but this is how they used to do it. I could talk for a whole day just about the trusses of the base.
Crazy, isn't it?
I mean, it's here, and it won't be here forever. I think future generations should see this, because these buildings are not going to be around forever, especially this one. The state it's getting in now is really sad. It's got a preservation on it, but it's doing absolutely nothing for it. I don't know the politics behind it all, but since we've been coming here the last year, the 2 acropops put in that beam that's dropping, they're actually now in rotten wood. The rot is travelling down that timber, so they actually need to be repositioned at some point, or the whole lot's going to come in. And if you have another year of heavy snow, that'll see that off. Yeah. So that's how dire the situation is. I mean, if there's any sort of reuse could be done with this, some sort of car storage, I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud now, just something that would preserve this building for future generations, because once it's gone, it's gone. Yeah. I mean, everyone's on about steam railways, I mean, they pay money, but what do you do with something like this? How do you make this pay for the cost of it to look after itself? It's an immense task, but every single day that goes by, it's getting worse, and it goes beyond the point of no return. So going back outside.
Well, this is it. Just quickly, I'll put the mic over here.
Yeah.
Just quickly, is this like Llywed? I think they are the owners. If they do watch any of these videos, you take note. This is such a cool attraction. Somehow, if it were to be developed into part of what you're doing down there with the Zip World and all the other things, it's. I reckon you could make some of it, even if it's like a small museum as part of a tour.
Probably shouting at the screen now, going, what can we do with it? You know, there'd be red tape on this now.
Anyway, we're going off topic. But anyway, we'll go back on topic.
Quite passionate about this.
Let's have a look at this street, because we didn't really film that, did we?
The conveyor.
Yeah.
So inside,
before the camera gets too wet,
we'll stand right by it. I'll go on the other side of it if you want. You used to stand here and he'll talk about. Oh, I'm going to go around here on that side. You can just stand the doorway for a second. I'll just have a chat underneath.
Come by here.
So, are you ready?
Yeah.
Hello. So, yeah, nothing like getting yourself in the thick of it. This was put in to obviously get rid of the ubiquitous rubbish wagon, manual handling side of the waste slate for the trimmers. And obviously some of the saw edges were sold, so they wouldn't have travelled on it, but anything that was no good went out here. And obviously this is obviously disposed of, obviously tipped or moved or sold as crushed. I don't know if they're doing it when this is installed, but this is basically a way of trying to speed up and make this place profitable. But as you can see, it stands testament now to the innovation that didn't really work. But yeah, you've got a full length conveyor belt where there once would have been a 1 foot 11.5 inch gauge track running the width of the shed, which obviously where they would have loaded the waste trimmings from the back of the dressers and taken it out of this mill. And this is commonplace amongst slate quarries all over Wales and even England, like Delabore. They would use this system to dispose of the slate, which is why you get the massive slate quarry tips all around these places and locations, because back then there was no saleable use for it. It was a waste. It was a ton ratio to 1 ton usable slate to 9 tons waste slate. Incredibly wasteful. A lot of energy, a lot of manpower, a lot of waste of money to actually make it actually profitable. So you got things like this, which are just obviously a vain attempt to try and speed up part of that process. You see we've got above me, James is enjoying the compressed air fittings, or maybe the water pipe, we don't know because it goes nowhere. There is people we know of who know most of the answer to this lot, but you've got the porcelain electrical cable bases here, look, and some steel galvanised conduits here. As I say, this mill, you could talk for hours about it. There's so much you could speak about. Obviously this was a mobile conveyor, because you've got a towing eye on here. It's got the military Bradley hitch on it, look. Obviously there would have been probably an axle under it somewhere, they've just sort of dumped it here. It's probably gone past its usefulness somewhere else and just been put in here to do the job.
It's a portable one.
Or every single use of machinery here seems to be either reused or upcycled or brought in second hand, maybe even new, but looking at the state of this now, you wouldn't know.
Someone had away with the motor. Oh no, it's still there.
You've got the be a modern motor, be no use to anyone that.
Oh, it's just trodden there. Yeah,
You got a pull switch here, look James.
still there, no one's had that one for the copy yet.
The emergency stop pull switch here.
Okay.
Shut it down, cable's gone, steel wire arm is going in, but this would have been anyone jammed in at leg or something. If they had time, they could have stopped it by pulling the... I think it was a green nylon strand that ran length it. It's on my early video. The first video series, it's on there.
So you'll see later on, folks, that we've got a before and after photo. Adam took a photograph down here in the 2000s. Then we took one recently of this. We'll put it in on the video when we start filming. We'll do more of the filming for the shed, which you'll see coming up later on in this video, should I say. And it's really interesting to see it then and now, because when you look at it now, it's pretty cool.
There is a nice photo in Gordon and Anne Heatherhill's Slate Quarry album, edition 1 and 2, of a rubbish wagon on this side of the mill full of waste trimmings
Before this,
in the 70s. Yeah, before this. Predates this. It would have been may have been the last photograph taken of that operation going on in this mill. But as I say, this is all part of trying to get an industry that was declining, even in our childhood, to keep going and make it profitable. Let's just say it's now testimony to that part of its life and history. So you've got quite a lot of modern bearings here, but they're all imperial. You know, metric stuff on it, will they?
Right, I suppose you should call it quits on this video, because we have already filmed this place many times, and we'll stop there and we'll cut you back in.
These timbers are... So in the 21 years I've been coming here, this timber obviously was pretty dubious back in 2000s, but didn't need supporting. Just wanted a roof repair doing at the foot of it actually. And obviously now we've lost all the glazing, you've got all the water running down here, it's obviously accelerating the rot in this. You've got a combination of dry rot and wet rot in this. It's just the colossal weight of all this on top of it, getting wet now as well. I mean, even we're taking a chance standing here, because these acroprops, clearly there's only one doing the work now. The other one is actually under an unsupported dead piece. Looking at the layer of the grain of the timber.
Yeah.
But it's just so sad to see that this is the only thing I've seen them do here, you know, besides the one back there, to try and stop these deteriorating. As the passing years come, this is going to become more commonplace up here. The only way you're going to stop this from deteriorating now, I mean, how do you splice something like this? Where would you get the same quality of timber from to do that?
Yeah.
I mean, all the wall plates are rotten now. It's in a serious plate of decline.
It's not long for the world, I think, as you'll find we'll say later on in the video. But,
obviously, any attempt's better than no attempt to do it.
well,
I mean,
this is it, isn't it? You know, it's...
Obviously, you do a lot of underpinning in the building industry, so acropops, needles, and sort of this sort of work was commonplace for me 20 years ago, so I can understand what's going on here, but it's not...
dropped to go about 10, 11 inches, hasn't it?
It's got to be a
see
good
there
10
when it's pulled
inches,
away.
And also the wall plates crashed down on both sides of this bay now.
That's going to speed you, isn't it?
That and everything else above us.
Yeah, everything it just wants to come down and kill you.
I mean, be truthful on the matter,
Such a shame.
the whole thing is at risk of getting you.
But was it when you came here 22 years ago, or something like 23 years ago?
It was completely glazed and dry in here.
Glazed and all the windows were in. And all
There's
the
about-
people have been nicking the lead out of it.
There's about 4 or 5 leaks, I remember,
Yeah.
that were bad, but mainly the shed was wind and watertight.
And just change the subject quickly, if you want to watch one of our other videos, folks, where Adam was here 22 years ago, there was an electric locomotive part here, wasn't there? Was it here? Was it there?
Yeah, the Clayton loco.
Tracks run all the way under here, look.
Yeah, outside.
There's an electric locomotive, and then you'll see Adam puts his camera on this little wagon which was just here, which is over there now.
Actually
upturned,
found it,
isn't
yeah.
Yeah, it's upturned over there. And he pushes it along the tracks, all the way down there, and he goes out the workshop into the tunnel to the incline head, which is all blocked off now. You'll never get down there again. It's really funny. It's an interesting little video to watch. It's probably the last train to run down these tracks onto the incline ever.
Maybe.
May very well be, mightn't it? Yeah.
I know a year or so before they were fetching equipment out and actually photographed that in there on some still photos I've got. It'd be good to put them on the camera actually and compare the then and now of these shots.
Got a big drip on the
Yeah,
camera.
it's good, isn't it? And the cat's getting wet too.
Right,
so
that'll
we
do.
walk up.
We best go.
Yep.
There we are, here's the famous sheds. Some sort of a fan motor or something. We've still got the remnants of the old tram tracks. Tram tracks?
Yeah, tramway railways.
Oh, there you go. Sort of goes through like an old makeshift door. Yeah, it does say danger of death if you come here, but
We used to load up the slate and pallets in here, fork truck it onto this. This would take it out the mill to be loaded onto the lorry when they needed it. So everything was kept inside. All the dressing.
so this is just like a base for a sawmill.
I remember there was a trolley on this, but it's cable operated by a winch. The winch is all gone.
Yeah.
I'll probably reuse that. It went quite early.
When we were here, there was like some diggers and stuff in here, wasn't there?
There was a battery loco here.
There's some locomotives, yeah, that's right, I remember now.
Put acropops in, look, that's all they've done.
Oh wow, yeah, look at that.
Fixing the bloody roof, guys.
Well,
I ain't going to stop that now.
wow, look at that.
This is absolutely... It's in a hell of a mess now.
All the slate beams presumably was what originally held the roof up in the middle, then they took it out and put this...
Yeah, this was a modernisation they did.
Yeah, because I bet that was a big thick wall in the middle of that. Wow, look at that. Like, as you can see these huge oak beams.
The pitch pine.
Pitch pine, you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, what you're talking here, 70
I mean,
foot long?
Rock solid.
There's not many knots in it either.
No.
Oh, it must be a hell of a tree. You see the saw marks in that,
Yeah.
that third one there, look.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah. Wow.
You're not going to go to your local timber merchant and ask for them, are you?
Thousands of pounds each to buy stuff like that these days. No evidence of the copper thieves being here, look.
Nothing.
A long time ago. And then some sort of waste disposal, some more tram tracks. So get rid of the waste out of here on the conveyor belt system, look. And the conveyor belt, I remember this now, yeah. Runs all the way down the edge of this.
Oh, James, this is a mechanised slate splitter.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, cutter. Like a mechanised one, yeah, for splitting up
Early.
slate. Here's all pneumatic.
Oh. Well, look at that.
Air regulator on the bottom, look.
And then a foot switch.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
that's pretty cool, isn't it?
Springs either side
that.
to reset it. It'll cost them a few £100 to buy.
Oh, and the rest, and some spare belts.
Vain attempt to modernisation.
Well, there it is, the airline for it there, look. Waste there. Bloody bits of armoured cable everywhere. Let's get a photograph of this. Look at this slate dressing machine.
So you've got
So they used to put the slate in here. Slate used to go in this little gap here. And these two blades, you see that blade doing an angle inside there, would spin round. And as they go in there, it would chop and dress the slate. You can see the wheel here. And go up to that wheel up there on the belt. Belt's long gone. I like the way that they've put some belt, the old belt, in the track to walk on. This is where they had some slate dressing machines in these little metal booths. Oh well, yeah, there's another one. Look at the heater. Look at that. Wow. I was working in a church the other day doing some maintenance to a sound system, and I removed one of these because it wasn't safe. That's as far as I'm going to go with that conversation. Yeah, all the belts are gone, which is a shame, but yeah, another slate dressing machine. I guess it's more of the same in here, but let's have a quick look. Someone's nicked the machine. Oh wow, there's some slates in here. This is what they were doing. That's quite thick actually. About as thick as my finger, look. I guess that needed, well, maybe they're just off the roof of this. That's that conveyor belt. I'm guessing they just used to throw the scrap on this. I'll just take it off out there. All the cable there just stripped out and dumped. And the dressing machine. There's got a better heater on that one, look. Ooh. dressing machine. There you can see the guards off this one. Yeah, just they don't deserve the rusted ink. Someone's nicked the bearings out of them, look. But you can see the clutch handle there, so they pull the handle at the end and engage the clutch to make the machine spin. Because these would be spinning all the time with the belt up there. Another one. Wow, very cool. All down the side of this building. Oh wow, there we are, some electrical. Looks like a battery charger. Cowling can. Brush set off the back of a motor, which I assume has come from up there, because I can see the end of a motor that's green as well. Oh my days, that's heavy. Yeah. Nicked all the best bits out of it. Oh, copy fees didn't quite get it all, look. Still a few bits left. Well, look at that, got trunking, all still full of the braided stuff. Wow. Some of the related stuff. Some ventilation. Wow. Well, there we are. There's some shafts down there. They must have been driven from elsewhere. I figured that out. So yeah, there's one of the motors that drove one of the shafts, and it looks like there's another motor sitting on that one driving the other one. Some switch gear. Oh wow, look at that. I'm gonna have to get the light out if I can't quite see that. Right, just got the light out. Look at that. Just excuse me, I was trying to hold my torch up, put it on my head, but look at that old speed controller there. And it moves. Got the camera in the right position. Look at that. Wow. Very cool. Speed. That one there still got the guts in it, slate. Sort of slate connections. Come on, James, and grade down. There we go. Another slate connections in there. Wow. Over there, so the motors. Ooh, good grief, look at those. That's, I'm not going to touch it, but that is almost as thick as my finger. Part of me was wondering whether they look at the size of that cable. Good grief. That's some big copper. I mean, I'd be surprised if that's still switched on, but if it's still there, that only means the thieves haven't had it for a reason. Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't had that. There we go. Probably £2 worth of it there. Let's have a look at that. I'll just come over dodgy steps. So there's the gearbox to the line shaft through there. Just moving that camera up. That. And there's the motor. Sitting on like an old blacksmith's table. That's what it looks like. That's the shaft to drive it. All the bearings are all long gone, obviously. They propped them all up with bits of slate. That saves this. That feels right. Oh, that's long gone. Look at that. All the copper gone. Same with this one. Gone to town with that one though. Completely ripped it out. And the line shaft going down there, look. It's pretty cool. Yeah. And roof in a bad way. cool woodwork though. Oh, that electrical room. Oh, it's just full of stripped out cable. Some of this cable's like just 1 mil, 0.75 mil. Sort of thickness of cable has stripped it all back. Really, you've got to ask yourself, is it really worth that effort? Fuck. Honestly. There's a connection box there, look. Oh, they must have been desperate. I suppose if you get enough of it, it's worth a few quid. We'll get some machines. Love the way they've used an old belt as a walkway. Oh, look. Some motors are found all the way down here, look. Just strip them out of copper. Oh. A lot of effort, sledgehammer smashing one of them apart just to get the copper out of it. Now this bit of roof here is really let go. Look at that. Yeah, what a shame. Just keep the draft out, or the dust probably. Plastic thing. Slate dressing table again. Oh. Left a bit of copper behind, and there, look. Easy. There you can see this this shaft here still has the belt on it. I think it's the only one with the belt still on it. Look at that, yeah, look at that. So this line shaft come from those two motors we were just looking at a minute ago, and then this is what, following these belts across, drove this shaft over here. Oh. Hi folks, this is just to butt in again. This is just a thing of what happens with these places. This is why it's important that, you know, people come up here like us who don't destroy things and don't vandalise things to document what was. And this is a prime example. When we came here at the beginning of the year, this pulley system, the old overhead, let me just bring you in here. Let's just turn the camera around. You see this system here? These lovely old pulleys. And you've got the belt. The belt's been snapped by somebody probably hanging off it. This was still taut between the two pulley wheels. You see this one over here, folks? This one up here. You see this one here? There's lights are speeching out. You can see it snapped there. And you got the belt. And then the other one snapped there. It was still complete. Still one piece. Now that ain't just, you know, this stuff is still, even though it's God knows how many years old, that's taken a bit of effort to break those nylon cores in there. That's such a shame. Somebody's probably tried swinging off it, and dickheads, and it's let go. But you know, it was the last one, I think, in here that was still on, apart from, oh no, we have got some luck. You've got that one there, look. So yeah, I mean, nothing lasts forever, does it? Let's face it. But still, it was nice to see when you come up here, see one of the old belts still in place. Now it's just, yeah. It could be wrong. Maybe a good gust of wind took it off, but yeah, I doubt it. I reckon some dickheads tried swinging on it. But there we are. Prime example, folks. Getting used to this. And then that shaft went this way and drove these dressing machines here. This, I still see the belt on this. No. There's the belt. What's left of it? Come on. There we are. And that will go around that wheel there and drive that finishing machine. Oh, he had a big flywheel on the end because obviously as it's chopping through a piece of slate, it'll probably want to stop. The flywheel keeps it good momentum. Oh, it went flying. Getting towards the end of the workshops here. This is that slate cutter. So they bring the blocks of slate from wagons there. I think, yeah, that's it. There's a, see this RSJ. It's a safe working load. A couple of tons on it. Just have a look. 3 tons. It'll lift the block off the wagon over there. It'll come in from the quarry down there. It'll lift it off. Take the block across. Throw it on that machine. And then sort it into more manageable pieces, I imagine. I'm going through that. There we go. Hello. Some remains of some electrics there. I'll see what. Only a small motor on that, considering what it was cut in. But as you can see, they've harvested it. Yeah, it's. You know what? It was a long time we were here, wasn't it? And I don't remember it being this badly trashed. It's such a shame we didn't have these sort of cameras and equipment back then to film it. Just a few still photographs is all we got. Oh, it's another cutting bench here, look. Yeah, such a shame. What that was. Some airline on it. One more slate dressing machine here. And an airline. Yeah, you can see the inner workings of this one. You can see those blades there which spin around that way. Oh no, that's the slate, yes, they spin around that way. So I've got a blade on it. Say again? Yeah, oh, too small, not worth having. Not worth the while. Some pikers have come along, oh, get £2 worth of copper out of that. Yeah, it's worth it. Spend 35 hours with a sledgehammer smashing the hell out of it to get it out. Dickheads. Adam's repairing the place as he likes to do. You can see right down to the end of the shed there. So the finished blocks would have probably gone onto these tracks. Or more blocks would have come in this way, I don't know. There's 2 ways in. There's one over there which I think goes to the top of the quarry portal. And there's this track here, there's quite steep little rail lines. What's this thing? Oh, that's the overhead crane, look.
Yeah,
wow. Wow, it's an electric hoist. Look at there, so you got the motor on the end. And that's where the chains would have come out and the wheels. And then that would have hung. Would have hung on this. Let's just get my finger in shot. This, come on, camera. Would have hung on that beam. And that's what would have lifted those blocks up. Cool. Yeah. It is, isn't it? I was thinking that. Yeah. Wow. See where the weather's had its way with that coming through there, look.
I'm surprised there's still quite a lot of rail in here.
There was a few vehicles in here, wasn't there, and some trains? Yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff in here, wasn't there? We both had cameras though, didn't we? So, I mean, I might still have some old school photographs at home of it all, you know.
I definitely have got a lot of them.
And that's the end of the thing. Oh, there you are, I was right, they have. Look. They blocked it up. Wow.
That's not blocked, you can go from the other side. I think other ways in there, there's a tunnel over there and gets into it.
Good grief.
Oh,
that is the way in, is it over there?
That's one of the other ways. That's just to stop them getting to that winding house. Obviously they must be doing some serious damage to that for it to go through that effort to block it.
But no good. Right, we've just had lunch and tea on the sawmill. It's probably the best place to sit. Oh. There's so much to see up here, it's just remembering where I've been and where I haven't been. I want to try and get as much of this building as possible. So we'll walk down there earlier on. Slate dresser and again some motors. I don't know where these have come from. We've driven a quick walk around, not filming, just having a look around. Can't see where these have come from, can we? Unless they were blower motors for that air ducting stuff they got around. But again, they've smashed them to pieces just for the copper.
This framework is out of the skylights.
Wow.
Smashed shit out the glass and the whole lot's collapsed.
Yeah. Vandals, that'll be most of it, won't it, eh? You're exactly right. Oh, the temperature's dropping. You can feel it, can't you? That sun's gone down. Oh, this is all safe. Wow, you can tell this side's been a bit more neglected than the other side. Look at this here.
I see, James.
What's that?
We've got lead on them. That's why they had a bloody fire here. We're melting the lead off them. I wasn't happy with the copper. They had the lead as well.
Desperate times. Some machinery down there. Got some more stuff. Sort of railway tracks down there in a worse for wear state. Look at that there.
Interesting old stud point here, look.
Oh, look at that up there. Another line shaft.
This is a Slate planer.
Oh, looks like they've left the motor on that one there, look.
No, it's belt driven. Got a flat belt pulley the other side.
That's
the reduction box.
Oh, it was a reduction box. Is it? Oh, right, okay. So it's probably would have been something down here.
Radical, really,
Oh, yeah.
sort of a line shaft. But it's interesting, it's a different angle to the orientation of the
Yeah.
That's a Ironco where knocker bucket, look, this.
Oh, wow. So that's what they used to have on those little hydraulic diggers underground.
Yeah, that's the face. Obviously tip behind you. They've
Yeah.
been underground here in a hell of a state, look.
Yeah, I've
I've been
like I say, seen a few
yeah, so
the other channels go down there.
nice choice repair there and here, look. Bit of welding front to do. Look at this, machine grooves on this.
Wow.
I remember this complete.
God, look at this flue. Look at that. It looks kind of weird.
Bearing cover. That. One off this.
This was a ran from up there, eh? Oh yeah, is this that looks like the belt went up, did it, I think?
That's the cross.
It's in line with that up there.
Yeah.
So I reckon the belt went around that and then... Well, one belt, look. There's like a guide there, look.
It's got forward and reverse on that machine. 3 wheels. Yeah, I'm going to rebuild the place again.
Rebuilding the place.
I meant the handles used to go this way.
Look at that.
Fucking smashed it to bits, look.
Wow. There you go.
After this before the deck smashed it up. Yeah, you got
So what was this? A cutter?
That's neutral. You got forward that way, and then reverse that way.
Oh wow.
Fortunately, all the bearings have gone.
Yeah, nicked all the bearings off it, of course. That's just the right thing to do, isn't it?
There's a lot of bits here. You could actually put. You know, even took the grease caps off. I mean, what's the point in that? So cold it is up here, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have screwed on top of them.
Century old grease.
Oh, that's a good right. It's still covered up. Look, yeah.
What else we got around here? Trees. I mean, you're gonna have trees, aren't you, when the roof's starting to collapse? It's not long for the world, is it, this place, unfortunately? Looks like there's probably a motor there, do you think, driving some of this?
There's 2 big reduction drives up there.
Yeah.
I think they're David Brown reduction boxes.
Oh, here we go, some more electricals
Used to be there.
in that bit next door. Oh, interesting. Some more speed controllers. Oh, some copper here, look. They haven't taken the copper. Oh, it still moves. Oh, look at that. And it goes back. Oh, no, I've broken it. Oh, there.
It's nice, it still works. What flew out? The carbon
I
tip?
think so. we'll ignore that. It is like probably about
I do come across
80,
this
90
sort
years
of
old.
stuff occasionally in work in industrial installations. It's quite interesting because everyone's scared to death of it, and actually it's over-engineered for the job it does. There would have been a handle externally on here. Look,
That's it, yeah. They shut
I
that.
want to shut it on to it, stop you getting your hand. It's seized up sadly, but
Yeah.
correspond on that insulator.
That's it, yeah. So you don't get a couple hundred volts through or whatever was going through it back in the day.
Stop you getting the whack it. There's probably a timber handle or a bake light.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
that
window, innit?
one. It's just the packs in the back.
Again, so I'm guessing it wouldn't have had this metal structure holding the whole thing up way back when. But these beams are just, look at this, they're just absolutely, they've had it. As I say, when they let go, the whole thing will be coming in. So this might be where the water wheel was. Wow. Yeah, the roof, if you look at the roof, slightly different here as well. It's all plastered. Interesting. There's some early photos where you can see a water wheel. That's interesting. Oh, crap everywhere. Wow. So, can't see a thing. A piece of motor. Just fidgeting around to get the torch out. See if we can see anything exciting in here. Oh, torch, there we go. Come on. There we go. Battery's cold, it doesn't want to go on high power mode. It's pretty cool. Wow. Look at that. Kind of the right width to be almost like a waterfall pit, isn't it? Someone's had a fire. Crap everywhere. Probably been pissing and crapping in here.
Well, I succeed getting the brass bearing out of this one, look. You can get the end off.
I'm no expert, but is that a toilet tank there? Or you reckon there's a stove in here? Look at that there.
I think that was a stovepipe. A good place for a cabin, but very damp though.
Yeah.
All the years of using it as a water wheel is. Dampness doesn't really go away from those places.
Oh Christ, I didn't notice that wall there.
Oh, switches. Well, if you look, I put some bricks on it before because I thought you'd come in here. But that handrail's actually holding it up on the other side. So
Really? Oh my God.
Show the mentality of these idiots. You know, what's the point, guys? You know, really?
Well, they love it, don't they? They're going to smash places up.
Toggle switches, you know.
I know, I was looking at that before.
You know, all springs have gone in them though.
God, still
Got a active one.
a shit ton of copper in there.
Oh, they'll be up here now, you've said it, haven't you?
Oh, brass and copper.
Yeah, right. Your insulator carriers. Cables.
Yeah, they needs to do the old 2-wire thing with no insulation around them. How cool is that then?
I cut at it and then realised it's not worth the bloody hassle. Because it isn't.
No. Very cool. Yeah, we're not going to go up there, but oh, there's another. Well, we'll go up there a little bit. Oh, caught the wire of We'll up here a little bit, and that one there. There's another motor there. Look, and a reduction box. Ripped all the bits out of. So it kind of makes sense. It's probably a water wheel pit because look at the wall up there. It's got slates on it. So if you've got a wheel spinning around in a space, you wouldn't want it going all over the place, would you? Yeah. Interesting, isn't it? Because the roof is different here.
It's not so much that the water would fly off the wheel, it
Yeah.
would blow it off.
So yeah, this is, if there's more photos, so that's probably way back. See all the slate on the roof there. So there used to be a water wheel here. I think we found out where it was. And look, the beams are in different positions at the top. To that roof there, the beams are different if you look. Oh, God, that was a silly idea. Let me turn around. Right.
Any corroded dog spike.
A quick look down. Let's have a quick look down here. Bellend. Big ass gears. That's a drive gear there. Motor housing. Well, tracks carry on. Oh, compressor. Oh, they haven't smashed that motor apart yet. Except they've started. Well, it's actually bigger than most of the ones they've had to go at smashing up.
See, look now. But this isn't. I bet this still turns. Yeah, Brits engineering, guys, is best. Look at that. I know it's been 20 years since I used it, but I'm going the wrong way. But that's all in there. It's all Bromway, is it? Yeah,
Crazy.
So disconnected it through here.
So that's an all compressor.
Water. water cooling with a flow meter. Well, how does it work? Because it goes back in a complete loop. Up there. Yeah, flow meter. Obviously regulating the amount of water to cool the cylinder head down on it. Not a diesel engine, guys, it is an air compressor.
Yeah.
It's bloody hot.
Here,
look.
Oh, well, look at that. Oh, we should be showing that. There's bits of precious metals in there.
Oh, do you know what? It's sad if you've got to go to the effort. Really.
Oh, look at this. This is where people come up here to drink, really. I can think of better places to go and have a beer. Come up here and explore and take it in.
Nice riveted air receiver.
Yeah.
300p SI.
Wow.
It's all bloody bar now, isn't it?
Pretty heavy duty built, isn't it?
Proper thick.
Wow.
Oh, inverted this end, yeah. Riveted.
Crazy that, isn't it? I've not seen one like that. There's a big old bit of cable.
I wouldn't say if you watch it, to be honest, for the bit.
Hey, it's interesting. These are still here. Look.
Cut the bloody air valves off.
These old, all the old finishing machines. Just
Oh, the dressers.
dressing machines.
We've got the casting numbers here. This is Owen. So it's an ER Owen. It's a Union Ironworks. Porthmadog, this one. Wow. Nice because some had the plate here and everyone nicks them, but this is actually cast into the top.
Wow.
So it can't get knocked off or smashed, it's part of the machine. The blade edge is gone, obviously they've run out of spares and took it off here, and the curved blade for the cutting wheel. In Carnarvonshire they only had one because the Slate was that hard. You had to get the momentum back up there to do 2 cuts at the speed these would work at. And this one could have 2 wheels fitted.
Much heavier slate. We'll have to have a look out there in a minute and see if we can figure out where the water used to come in. I think well, you can just see outside. Oh, I can't really see on the camera, the contrast. It looks like some sort of little feeding tower. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow, look at that.
4 bar.
So those are the wagons where it's the big lumps of slate used to come
Out the ground
on, so they'd be hoisted up on the incline.
I'm not sure if that's one next to it or it's a rubbish wagon because the other's got end skids on the chassis.
Yeah, so they'd chain a big block of 6-ton block of slate to that. Obviously the wheels are on missing.
They look like Turner Brothers and Newtown axle boxes too, so they're obviously come from when they started out. Yeah, that's actually off the bottom of a rubbish wagon, that one.
Yeah.
Because the bolts are right in the corner.
The hell's that thing?
Something to do with the wire sawing equipment they had. There's something that's still around here.
That's the water wheel housing. I still think it's interesting. I would not have known if we'd not looked at that photo.
If you look outside, you can see where the leak ran and curved over, but behind where they're blocked up, you can see the pillars where it used to be the lawn.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that in a minute. We'll maybe fly the drone across it and have a quick nose.
You can see the names.
Yeah.
Places, you know. Obviously, someone got excited and this one's got stripped for all the bits.
Well, that one's been spun, look. It's got shiny bearings. Someone's had a go at doing a slate and failed miserably.
All right, until you decide to get your hand stuck here, you know. I mean, that ain't gonna be forgiving, and it don't work, guys. You got to go for one with the blade. I'm telling you to do that.
Some sort of mechanism. Yeah.
It's got a packer behind it as well, so this has been.
These ones in here probably haven't been used in a long time, have they? That one's got a wooden base on it, look.
Nice, there's 2 of these at Cut the Bagal. Old quality. Even at the bloody box burned out these, I mean, these are always knackered in these.
Wooden base, that's an old one, that, isn't it?
There's 2 here, I think, with a wooden base.
Oh, a couple more up here. What the hell's that?
It's interesting, it's got a gearbox on it. Looks like some vehicle gearbox.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
3 plungers in there. It's a dipstick, but obviously a motor drive.
Hell.
It's off some vehicle because you've got a clutch control lever here for the clutch, and then a starter motor. I wouldn't have thought there'd be a petrol engine, there'd be an electric motor probably stuck in for a wire saw. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is obviously the nylon drive wheel.
Oh, for a saw blade.
Yeah, do they do them in Berlin Quarry playing off them?
I don't know.
They drill in, and Aberdeen Allwyn was the same. They'd use wire saws to cut the slate.
Strange. It's got a gearbox, carb gearbox on
It's
it.
interesting, 5 speed. This is a rock drill.
Well,
Big drill bits in that with another timber framed dressing machine.
tin frame dresser, yeah.
Interesting all
sort of
the
build up.
touches and that are missing off these as well.
Hmm.
The blade's about to fly off this one. Quite a hard thing to make that. It's got a curve on it and a radius edge underneath.
Jeez.
Not easy to make.
Oh, and that's another bed saw then, presumably. Whoa, nearly went then.
They seem to recycle a lot of the cast iron saw benches here to make these steel top ones. So you can see how the cast iron supports protrude over the steel they've used.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously imperial casting and metric steel.
Oh, I think we've just figured out what that machine was probably powering. There's some weird looking wheels on this, look.
That's part of the wire saw machine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Probably to keep the tension.
Oh yeah, you can see there's like a wheel in there with like a weird nylon. Wow, that's pretty cool, isn't it? The unusual bit of machinery. Oh, we'll see if we maybe have a look at a photo to find out how they were set up. I mean, it's just junk, a lot of this stuff in it, but it's still interesting, isn't it? This part of this workshop is definitely been abandoned for a long time. What's that?
I wonder where this went. This was a flat wagon that used to be over by the dressing machines, put the slabs on to take them to the dressing machines. I had a set of nice wheels on this. And I used this in my very early photo to video going out of the mill here to the incline top. And as I say, it disappeared and it's reappeared here.
Right, looks like it's been there a while, mate.
It looks like it's been there a long time.
Tracks are gone though.
There used to be a double flange wagon with a steel top on as well with it.
Wow. Is this that bit of, there's a bit of roof here which was dipping, was it on this side or the other side?
No, it's that side.
That side over there, yeah. Those aquapops are then probably, isn't it?
Yeah, the aquapop area.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, you can just see the roof there dipping. Oh, yeah.
If they reclaimed all the slates off this now, they'll probably have to do two of these sheds again easily. And then have to get the rest of the rest. So just put tin roof on, wouldn't we, for now?
Unfortunately, a lot of slates on the bloody floor, isn't it?
They've had issues with when look at how this is really to tie something down.
Are they? Tie it. Just holding. It's holding a load of junk down. Weird. So we're making a swing out of it. I don't know. Yeah. So these aquapops look like they've been there a while, but there you go. So this piece of roof here, as we came in earlier on, has come down. It's let go. Look, and it's dropped down about a foot by the looks of it. What a shame. But looking at this steel work, the whole place is going to go that way. Alright, I think we've seen just about everything in here, really, haven't we? I think we're best to start having a look at some of the outdoor buildings, because they're just as interesting. Let's go this way. This we think was probably some sort of cutting machine. We don't know. Again, if anybody does watch this, feels inclined, it'd be good to let us know. We're back again. Back at the old sheds up in Maenofferen. There's no snow on the ground this time. But in typical fashion, what we have instead is mist and gloom, as always per normal with this place. But this is pretty cool. Back again on a misty day. So very cool. Might see if I can get the drone out, maybe have a quick bite to eat, good drink, and I think, yeah, well, I did all those really cool fly shots, didn't I, and didn't press record on the drone. Yeah, it just can't do it outside, it's too misty, but I think it looked pretty cool in here with the fog. Anyway, let's go to the old saw benches and
Dressing machines here back in the 90s. I'm wondering if I can recreate that photograph. Look, these big nails here, James.
yeah,
I put these in to stop people breaking in the door.
well, they,
Looking on the floor.
yeah.
They put this back up.
Again, when we were here all those years ago, all the doors were on the place, weren't they? I didn't.
The pedal.
Yeah. That's the portal which has been blocked up. That's been done the last couple of months. The last time I was here, about a week ago, it's all covered in snow. But this is completely bypassed this little bit here.
Morris is electric hoisted.
That's what I was saying. It's just completely missed this.
Obviously a motor cover that, isn't it?
Keep the damp out the motor. Yeah. Actually, there's loads of transformer.
Yeah, galvanised cable on it.
Wow, look at
Is
that.
it a Morris? Yeah, it's a Morris.
Yeah. I bet that was on one of them overhead winches in there.
Somehow ended up
Very
in
cool,
here.
isn't it?
The intention to stick it in here, isn't it?
Fireplace all well and truly. Look at the way the bottom of that wheel there's rotted out, look.
This could have been one of the mess rooms for the guys working the
Look
mill.
at that there.
Yeah.
Obviously just using that as a winch. And that wheel there looks just completely rotted away.
Where's the motor base here?
So that must have been driving that.
2 speeds looking at it.
Yeah, and look at that there.
Jeez. Royal Bell.
Oh, someone's been nesting in there, look.
Oh, what is there?
That little,
I don't get this.
so, yeah.
There's nothing on the side of
Isn't there?
just kick the door off for no reason.
What's in here?
Copper burning room, not for yoblos.
Oh, yeah.
Well, these doors, they're once the bottom, that's it. You're not going to get them back.
That's for the old,
Yeah, there was a roof on this. Dad's photograph, there was a roof on this bit here, but that bit didn't have one on.
yeah. Oh, let's just get a show whoever is inclined. That's the electrical room, the workshop's there. This is the big shed.
It's sad, isn't it?
So we've just come from that room there. A little lean-to here. Looks like a rubbish dumping area. That's the little mess room again. I say I filmed all this, but it was all pretty whited out. You can see the roof a bit better today. It's where we just had a lunch in there. That's that middle section, which is just basically crumbling away. Yeah, this shed hasn't got long. It's on its last legs. Very much on its last legs. Literally. Such a shame. But yeah, this is the old Weybridge room here. There's some really good photographs of this online. Yeah. So that's what the railway tracks used to go across.
No, that's the top there,
Is it?
with the sheep face down.
Yeah, so the tracks are on the bottom of that.
Yeah.
Yes, that weighing table. Again, this is where the tracks from the sheds here, you can just see the railway line here. Used to go along here. And then this is that tunnel which goes underneath to the top of the main 4-track incline going down to the quarry. Like I say, a couple of months ago, this was clear. But this is the weighing room, so the tracks used to go across so they could weigh the slabs as they're coming out. But I've got some great photographs of this place, of all the various tracks going different ways here. I'll see if I can dig that photo. You sent me that photograph, didn't you, of all the tracks going all the different directions? Yeah, it's really interesting. Yeah, really interesting. Yeah, a lot of scrap here, look. Again, stripped cables. Yeah.
I don't get it. Why not smash things up?
It's just got to remember that it's just not sentimental value to a lot of people, is it? It's just money. Seems I must have forgotten about this the other day, this part of the shed. So we're in the far end by the portal to underground. And yeah, we just, for some reason I just didn't go in here. Completely missed this. There's saw benches across the way. And that's the entrance there to the portal, but you can see loads of old... So these are bands off the band brakes, which Adam reliably informs me is asbestos. You can see the band brakes. So these are probably off the incline, the big incline drums when they were pulling the brakes on, lowering the wagons down the inclines. But they're the workshops out there to give you an idea where we are. So that's the portal there, the blocked up portal. Oh God, you can't see, it's all overexposed. That's the blocked up portal there. And the other shed is that side. This is the older shed. So, I can't believe I forgot to film this last time. Lots of bits of crap in here. including this old air compressor, which has been someone's had a go at. Full of rubbish. This old thing. Very cool. And then we've got a big wagon here that runs on some tracks, which would have slid underneath this bench here, this saw bench. So it's pretty cool. Let's have a look around here. So the electric's still in place. Oh, what's that? 3-phase. Boot. Yid. That's pretty cool. Look at that old ammeter going, or voltmeter. Conduit's just absolutely rotten. Brilliant. And yeah, it looks like it still moves. Looks like people have been moving it. Got little shock absorbers. The old motor, which somebody hasn't yet attacked for the copper. Still got a bit of copper sticking out of it there. SRH. Have them over there. Look at this bit of roof here that's gone. Wow. So the camera's struggling today because it's really misty. Still a bit of snow on the ground here though. Yeah, these sheds were abandoned. This side of the shed was abandoned a long time ago. That's outer casing for a motor there. And in there is where the water wheel used to be. So we have filmed now, so I've filmed this end. I just missed out this end. Some cool bits here. It's like air compressor intakes. Yeah, they might be off that big air compressor down there actually. To ask Adam, but he's wandered off. Oh wow, look at that. He walked underneath that then. That's had it. It's completely had it. Look at this bit here as well. It's completely had it. It's about to come in any time, that is. Look at that. Wow. You can see both sides of this shed all the way through supported by these RSJs. You can see how bad they are. This just supporting going to here. You can see all the way down on some over footage of this place. You can see me fly over a drone. This is like these aren't slates, this is like a composite concrete boards or something. You can see here, I don't want to go too close to that. But yeah, concrete composite boards, but all these steels are holding the entire. I mean, that one's pretty substantial still. But I mean, look at the bottom of them, they're just. This is the only original bit of slate supporting it all here. That's the water wheel chain we were at the other day. Yeah, look at this. When these let go, this whole roof's coming in. Just absolutely rotten. Completely gone. I mean, it's still strengthened at the moment, but you can see they're delaminating. Got a couple more years left and then it's all done. And it won't be here for anyone to see. Such a shame. I think it, yeah, you can see the laminated board here, look. It's not slate. That you can see there. It's like a laminate. But this is that bit where it's rotted. You can see it's let go here. I did film this earlier on in the aquapops, holding it up. And that's just to show you how it's going to go. Right folks, thank you for watching so far. In our next episode we'll start exploring a lot of the outbuildings, like the old electrical substation and the old workshops outside. We might, depending how the video goes, might even start exploring some of the mill level tunnels and start doing some of the underground stuff. So yeah, keep an eye out, turn on your notifications for part 3. But yes, thank you very much for watching so far. So please like and subscribe and all that stuff, turn on your notifications, and we'll see you again.